Welcome to AGORACOM, the Small Cap Epicenter, and AGORACOM TV, a daily, fast-paced, edgy show that brings you the best press releases out of the small cap world every morning at the open, so you can hopefully profit from them and maybe even find your next great small cap investment. Now, it's Tuesday, April the 15th. We've got 9 press releases for you from both sides of the border. The biggest day ever, so I'm going to go tertiary, just hit the headlines, but they're all big. I want to get them to you. Let's start in the U.S. first with China American Holdings. Trades there under CAAH. They reported record year-ending operating results. Revenue climbed to $16.3 million from just $81,000 in full year 2006, primarily due to a big acquisition that they made. They also reduced substantially their net operating loss from $3.7 million to $1.1 million. So revenue way up, profits on the way and losses on the way down. More importantly, management believes they're going to hit profitability in early 2008, and they believe for the full year they're going to record their first profitable year in 2008. They closed yesterday at 6.5 cents. Next up, still on the OTC, Global Aircraft Solutions trades on the stock symbol GACF, announced a $10 million sale of 2 MD-83 aircraft. This to Windrose Aviation out of Kiev, Ukraine. About $1 million in new maintenance and service parts were performed on each aircraft. The company thinks they're going to generate about $2 million in maintenance and part sales income out of this. In addition, they think they're also going to generate some income out of brokering the deal, but that's yet to be determined. The company closed yesterday at 30 cents. Nice deal there, $10 million. Next up, still in the U.S., DVLY Corporation trades on the OTC under DVLY. Nice news here. They received a $3.8 million contract from the state of Mississippi. What's it for? For providing the production and delivery of 75 additional, that's key here, 3-bedroom cottages for the state of Mississippi. Why are they doing this? It's part of a $280 million federal pilot program designed to test and evaluate future disaster relief housing. That's why we like this contract here. They think it's going to add to their revenue numbers, $3.8 million in Q2 and Q3 of 2008. So this is going to happen really quickly. Taken in conjunction with other deals they've made to the state, aggregate revenue from the pilot phase contracts is approximately $23.5 million. So Deer Valley is obviously doing some great things with a lot of repeat orders. They closed yesterday at 95 cents. Let's switch over to the venture exchange now and some resources news. Luiri Gold trades on the venture under LGL. They announced increased gold reserves in Zambia from a 9,200 meter diamond drill program recently completed at Luiri Hills. That's their gold deposit in Zambia. Here are the numbers. The new mineral resource estimates show a significant increase in gold ounces. Inferred minerals increasing 378,000 ounces to 656,000 ounces. That's up 74%. Indicated has increased from 117 to 144,000 ounces. That's up 23%. The mineral resource ounces are contained in 7.1 million tons at 2.9 grams per ton for the inferred category and 2.2 million tons at 2.1 grams per ton for the indicated category. So you've got some nice grades there. They closed yesterday at 35.5 cents. Next up, Colossus Minerals trades on the big board, Toronto Stock Exchange, under the stock symbol CSI. These are their words here. Assays confirm spectacular grades of gold, platinum, palladium mineralization at their Serra Pelada project. This is in Brazil. This is a second batch of results of the company's program of assaying historical drill core, and it is a joint venture. Here are some of the highlights. Broad intervals of high-grade mineralization, 3 drill holes. For example, hole 0072, 17.5 meters at 201.14 grams per ton of gold, 41 grams per ton of platinum, 54.1 grams per ton of palladium. May include significant intervals with spectacular grades of gold and PGEs. For example, they're saying hole 0072 also had 4.9 meters at 678 grams per ton of gold, just under 110 grams per ton of platinum, and just under 160 grams per ton of palladium. The ultra-high grade intersection that we just talked about there in hole 0072 appears to represent a high-value gold, platinum, palladium subzone, and that's pretty obvious from the numbers. They closed yesterday at $1.84. This is a JV. They didn't have the percentages in there, so we're going to assume 50-50, but do your own diligence. Next up, Firestone Ventures trades on both the venture under TSX-V, and Frankfurt for our friends in Germany under F5V. This isn't a AGORACOM client, but the news does stand on its own. They announced that they intersected 19.8 meters of 10% zinc and 4.66% lead at Torlon Hill. This is their Torlon Hill high-grade zinc-lead project, which is located in western Guatemala. Here are some of the highlights. Hole 74, 39.6 meters of 5.14% zinc, 1.81% lead, 17.8 grams per ton of silver. Hole 75, 50 meters of 4.44% zinc, 1.3% lead, 9.6 grams per ton of silver. Hole 76, 3 meters of 11.6% zinc, 1.96% lead, and 16.12 grams per ton of silver. More numbers there. Go take a look at them, but great intersects here. The company closed yesterday at 43 cents. Next up, sticking with a couple of AGORACOM clients, Hinterland Metals trades on the venture under HMI. They announced that drilling intersected 13.8 grams per ton of gold and 4.1 grams per ton of silver over 1.7 meters at the Rainy project that's in Ontario. This is recent drilling that has intersected two parallel zones of gold mineralization. The property is located about 110 kilometers southwest of Timmins, Ontario. Great place to be. The zones are separated by approximately 20 meters. That's it. The best gold mineralization was encountered in the lower zone, where 2.8 grams per ton of gold and 0.5 grams per ton of silver were intersected over 15.5 meters, including 13.8 grams per ton of gold and 4.1 grams per ton of silver. There's a table in there with all the significant gold-bearing intervals in the press release. Go take a look at it. They closed at 9 cents. Diagem trades on the venture exchange under DGE. They announced the recovery of a pink microdiamond in their drill core. This is one microdiamond less than a millimeter with a pink hue that was identified at a depth of 63 meters in hole number 14 on their project. Let's get straight to the significance. Dennis Francoeur, the CEO, had this quote: "The recovery of a pink microdiamond in such a small, heavy mineral concentrate from the core is significant. The presence of high counts of visually identifiable pristine kimberlite indicators in all the holes drilled to date indicate the presence of widespread kimberlitic units and suggest the presence of underlying feeder zones." The company closed yesterday at 65 cents. I took a closer look. They have a 52-week low of 6 cents, so obviously they've done very well this year. Next up, Grade Resources. This press release came out late yesterday after the show, so we couldn't report on it. We'll talk about it here. They trade on the venture under GYD. They upgraded the Española zone at their La India gold project. That's in the state of Sonora, Mexico. Highlights there include hole number 08285 with 30.5 meters grading 1.63 grams per ton of gold, and hole 08289 with 36.5 meters grading 1.18 grams per ton of gold. Again, a table of significant intercepts is given in the press release. Take a look. They close at 42 cents. And finally, two stock calls for you. First, we got RW Packaging is on the venture exchange under RWP. They were halted at 8.56 this morning, pending news. And Metco Resources trades on the venture under MKO. They were also halted at 8.56 this morning, pending news. Take a look at those. You never know what they might have come out at. That's a wrap. Great press release today, 9 of them. Can't believe we had that many. Nonetheless, got all of them to you, so hopefully you found some great leads for your next possible small cap investment. Until tomorrow, have a great day.